This is the group stage draw ceremony. I'm going to be your host for today, Isaac Peña. In the last 2 months, teams from all over the world have been fighting it out to become one of the 16 teams in our KIC 2025. They will be fighting not only for the crown, not only for the trophy, but they will be fighting for a piece of the $1 million total prize pool. The winner of our KIC 2025 will go home with a total of $300,000. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the 16 teams participating in this year's tournament. From the Philippines, we have Blacklist International, Elevate, Boom Esports, and ACT Esports Club. From Indonesia, Bigatron by Vitality, Kagandra, Visaka Esports, and Rex Regum Kion. From Malaysia, Nova Esports, Homeboys Black Shrew Esport, and Alpha Gaming. From South Korea, Nongshim Red Force. From Brazil, Alpha 7 Esports and Loops. And from Italy, Twisted Minds and OG Esports. These are gonna be the 16 teams fighting in the upcoming weeks from Manila. Well, the KIC 2025 has a very interesting format, and we have prepared a video to explain it to you.
Everyone stand by. Cam set. Momo stand by. And action.
Around the world, champions have risen, each carrying their region's pride, their nation's hope, and the dreams of rising to honor. This is the Honor of Kings International Championship 2025. The road to the crown leads to Manila, Philippines. Running from November 14 to 30, where only one team will stand above all. Expect another year of intense matches, unforgettable Kings moments, and the roar of national pride as the world's best class in ultimate battles. This year's KIC 2025 will feature teams from across the globe, each earning their spot to the regional qualifier. The Rise for Honors begins, however, with us introducing the new Phoenix Reborn qualifier, where fan favorites get a second chance to rise, chosen through community votes. RRQ claimed the final spot in KIC 2025 after winning the Phoenix Reborn qualifiers. Their story will be of a comeback, rebirth, and redemption. We now move on to the group stage of KIC 2025. A total of 16 teams are divided into 4 groups of 4. There will be no seeding for groupings. All group stage matches will be played with a best of 5 using the global band and pick format, competing in a double elimination format in the respective groups, where every defeat sparks a comeback and only the fearless rise. The top 2 teams from each group will advance to the knockout stage, with first place moving into the top pool and the second place in the bottom pool. The bottom 2 teams from each group, their journey towards the crown ends here. Then comes the knockout stage, where the final 8 contenders remain. They will face off in a double elimination bracket, starting from the upper bracket quarterfinals. Every match here will be a best of 7 using the global band and pick with ultimate battle format, Honor of Kings, a signature match format. Teams need to make every single moment count if they want to win the 2025 Honor of Kings World Championship. All stories ascend here at the Summit of Honor to become world champion and claim a lion's share of the $1 million prize pool. Witness as new kings rise from flame, rise to victory, rise for honor.
And cut.
Welcome back. Let me introduce you how today's draw is going to work. Right in front of me, we have a pool with 16 balls. Each of these balls has the name of one of the qualified teams to the KIC 2025. In a minute, we're going to have our guests come on stage and help us take one team at the time. The first team that we're going to be taking out is going to be seed number 1 for Group A. The second team is going to be seed number 1 for Group B. The third one, seed number 1 for Group C. And the fourth one will be seed number 1 for Group D. As we come into the fifth one, that's going to be the second seed for Group A, the sixth one, second seed for Group B, and we're going to keep going this way until we have 4 groups of 4 teams each. Remember that in the group stage, the teams are going to be competing in a best-of-5 double elimination format. The seed 1 is going to be playing against seed number 2, and seed number 3 will be playing against seed number 4. The winner of this matchup will go into the upper bracket, and the loser is going to go into the lower bracket for one last chance into the knockout stage. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, what about if we invite on stage our guest for today, Mr. Rex Wong. Rex, thank you very much for coming. Appreciation. Rex, the destiny of these teams is literally in your hands. Thank you very much for being right over here, and let the draw begin. Rex, please. All right, Rex, please help us to pick up seed number 1 for Group A. Seed number 1 for Group A. It's going to be Visaka Esports, the IKL Fall 3rd place. Visaka Esports, this is going to be their first appearance in the KIC. Seed 1 for Group A. Thank you. All right, let's go with seed 1 for Group B. This team is going to be seated as number 1 in Group B. Seed 1 for Group B is going to be Elevate, the PKL Fall 3rd place. This is going to be their first appearance in our KIC. Rex, please, let's move into Group C. This is going to be seed 1 for Group C. Seed 1 for Group C is Alpha Gaming. Alpha Gaming. Group C, seed 1. All right, let's move into our Group D, seed 1. Group D, seed 1, Twisted Minds, the KIC 2025 Last Call champions. They're going to be seated as seed 1 in Group D, Twisted Minds. Thank you very much, Rex. All right, could we please go and take one more? And this is going to be seed number 2. This is going to be seed number 2. Right before we do this, let's go and look at the groupings right now. In Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D, we already have all of the first seed for each group. In Group A, we have Visaka. In Group B, Elevate. Group C, Alpha Gaming. And Group D, Twisted Minds. All right, let's start our second round. Right now, we're going to be taking out the second seed of each group. Let's go with the second seed for Group A. Second seed, Group A. The second seed from Group A is Nongshim Red Force. Nongshim Red Force, the Honor of Kings Major East League champions. They come here, it's going to be their first appearance in our tournament. Seed number 2 for Group A. Rex, please, let's move forward to the seed number 2 for Group B. Seed number 2 for Group B is, one of the favorites. We're going to have Homeboys Black Shrew Esports. It's going to be seed number 2 of Group B, the MKL Fall champions. They are as well our current KIC champions. Let's move forward into Group C. Group C. This is going to be the second seed for Group C. The second seed for Group C is going to be Rex Regum Kion. Rex Regum Kion, the Phoenix Reborn qualifier winner. This is going to be their first appearance in KIC. Second seed for Group C. Now, let's go into our Group D. Group D. This is going to be our second seed for Group D. OG Esports, OG Esports is going to be our second seed for Group D, the Honor of Kings Major West League champions. They're one of the favorite teams. Not only won their final 4-0, but they lost only one game in the whole tournament. That's going to be our second seed for Group D. You can already start seeing the matchups that we're going to have. In Group A, we'll have Tisaka against Nongshim Red Force. In Group B, we're going to have Elevate against Homeboys Black Shrew Esports. In Group C, we're going to have Alpha Gaming against RRQ. And in Group D, we're going to have Twisted Minds against OG Esports. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move into the third seeds. This is going to be the third seed for Group A. Third seed for Group A. The third seed for Group A is going to be Blacklist International, our PKL Fall champions. They're coming back to the KIC, as in 2024, they were top 6. Blacklist International, our third seed for Group A. Let's move into our third seed for Group B. Third seed for Group B. Alpha 7 Esports. Alpha 7 Esports is going to be our third seed for Group B, the Chok BR Spring runner-ups. This is going to be their second appearance in KIC. Let's move forward. Group C. Group C. Let's see who's going to be the third seed for Group C. Group C, the third seed is going to be Kagendra. Kagendra, the team from Indonesia, the IKL Fall champions. The IKL Fall runner-ups. This is going to be their second appearance in KIC. Let's move into the next one. Loops. Loops. Loops is going to be our third seed of Group D. Third seed of Group D is going to be Loops, the Chok BR Spring champions. And right now we have the groupings. Blacklist International is going to be in Group A. In Group B, we're going to have Alpha 7 Esports. In Group C, we're going to have Kagendra. And in Group D, we're going to have Loops. Who are they going to be playing against? All right, what about if we move into the last seed for Groups A, B, C, and D? Let's start with the last seed for Group A. Rex, please. The last seed for Group A is ACT Esports Club. ACT Esports Club, the PKL Fall 4th place. They're going to be our last seed in Group A. ACT Esports Club. Rex, please. Let's move into our Group B. Group B. This is going to be the last seed for Group B. Who's it going to be? Bigatron by Vitality. Bigatron by Vitality, the IKL Fall champions. This is going to be their second appearance in the KIC. Bigatron by Vitality will be our fourth seed in Group B. Let's move into the last seed for Group C. The last seed for Group C. The fourth team in Group C is going to be Boom Esports. Boom Esports is going to be our last seed on Group C. The PKL Fall runner-ups, Boom Esports, are going to try to improve their last year's top 8 performance. All right, the last one of all the 16 teams is going to be our fourth seed for Group D. Our fourth seed for Group D is going to be Nova Esports. Nova Esports is going to be our last team in Group D. Nova Esports. And just like that, all of our groups are going to be set on stone. The Group A will have the Saka against Nongshim Red Force and Blacklist against ACT. The Group B is going to have Elevate against Homeboy Black Shrew Esport and Alpha 7 Esports against BTR. The Group C is going to have Alpha Gaming against RRQ and Kagendra against Boom Esports. Group D is going to have Twisted Minds against OG Esports and Loops against Nova Esports. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the groups for our KIC 2025. Remember, they're going to be fighting in a best-of-5 double elimination format. Starting on November the 14th, we're going to be live from Manila, bringing you the top experience, the top activity of our game, Honor of Kings. There's not anything else for me to say. I'm Isaac Peña. See you in Manila.